Hi everyone, it's Stephanie Weaver here in our blue and yellow kitchen under quarantine with Microwave Boy on the camera. Hi Microwave Boy.
Hello Steph.
And today I'm featuring a recipe from one of my favorite cookbooks by Rebecca Katz and Matt Edelson, The Cancer Fighting Kitchen. It's a beautiful cookbook. I bought it when I was starting to cook for other people who were going through cancer treatment. Thankfully, neither one of us has had that experience. But I also return to the recipes over and over again because they are scientifically designed to be incredibly immunity boosting and anti-inflammatory and just really beautiful for your health in general. I had the chance to meet Rebecca in person at a nutrition conference. She's worked very closely with Dr. Andrew Weil and in integrative medicine, and she did all the food for that particular conference. So it's incredible food. And so I'm just going to walk you through. It's a very simple recipe, Velvety red lentil dal. I don't have permission to share the specific recipe from her publisher, so you're going to have to take notes. I'm making a half recipe, so just FYI. And so what I've got is about a tablespoon or so of coconut oil that's been heating in the oven. And then I'm going to be adding about a half teaspoon or so each of whole cumin seed and whole mustard seed. Now, if you don't have these spices, you can just use curry powder. So no worries. In that case, I would do about a tablespoon of curry powder in place of these spices. If that's what you have, that's totally fine. So the recipe calls for an onion finely diced. So I'm making half recipe, so this is about a half the onion. And I love fresh ginger. Let me just show you how I do my ginger. I buy a lot at a time, so this was probably well over a month ago. I bought a whole bunch of ginger. I mince it up really finely. I showed you this in the anti-inflammatory medicinal honey video. So if you want to see, kind of what I do. So I do this with cumin. I do this with ginger root, and then I really finely mince it up and put it in these zip top bags. Freeze them, and then I could just slice off, a kind of a, well now it's thawed, but slice off about a chunk. So that's maybe a little more than a tablespoon. So this is going to be a little bit more ginger heavy than her recipe, but it gives you the idea. So it's 1 cup of these beautiful red lentils that have been well rinsed to 4 cups of broth and 1 cup of tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, canned tomatoes, whatever you got. And then let's see, there's a little bit more cumin and some turmeric and a cinnamon stick. If you don't have a cinnamon stick, don't bother, it's fine. So what I've got is I've got my oil. I turned the burner on before we started because I wanted the pan to be ready. So what you're looking for when you're getting a pan ready is you don't want it to be smoking, but you do want the oil to be shimmering. And as soon as it starts to shimmer, that's when you want to start putting food in there because you don't want the oil to be heating up too quickly. You're going to hear the sizzle and pop of the seeds, and they will actually start to pop out of the pan pretty quickly. We don't want that. We do just want them. In fact, I may put the lid on just so they don't start flying out. What we're doing is we're bringing all the aromatic oils out of those seeds. You can hear them popping. Actually, I'll bring the microphone over so you can kind of hear them popping. Kind of fun. So I'm just going to wait maybe 30 seconds, and then I'm going to put the onions in. And what that's doing is it's bringing all the aromatic oils, which are what's so good for us. It's the anti-inflammatory compounds that are found in those seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and add because I'm really hearing them pop, almost like teeny tiny popcorn, but you don't want them to burn. So you want to get something else in that pan right away. And I'm going to take the lid off in a second, but I'm just going to get the rest of this onion on there. This is just a yellow onion, I think, but any kind of onion would work. A red onion is going to change the color of this finished soup a little bit, but work with what you got these days is kind of my motto. And we're going to let that, I would normally let that cook for about 5 to 8 minutes, but I'm doing this as a kind of a shortcut version. I'm going to throw my ginger in there. Like I said, it was about maybe a little bit more than a tablespoon, and I think her original recipe calls for just a tablespoon, so I'm cheating a little bit because I love ginger. And again, this is ground cumin, so you've got whole cumin seeds and ground cumin, so it's kind of double the flavor of the cumin. turmeric, and this particular batch of turmeric is very dark yellow. You can see I'm using my curry spoon, my trusty curry spoon. And throw that in there because you also want that to bloom, is what we're calling that process. And then I'm adding a cinnamon stick. If you don't have cinnamon sticks in your kitchen, no worries. You could put in maybe half a teaspoon of cinnamon. It's just a really lovely spice. It's also got a lot of anti-inflammatory elements to it. And I just want to saute these just a tiny bit. And I also wanted just to put in a plug for another one of her recipes called Magic Mineral Broth. So if you're, especially if you're vegan or vegetarian, you know, when you are cooking without meat products, adding a lot of rich flavor is really important. And so I did actually make up her Magic Mineral Broth a while back, and I thawed this morning from the freezer. And it is you can see how much color's in there because you just cook out all the nutrients from these vegetables, and it's just the base for a lot of her recipes. So I wanted to kind of showcase that. And so, you know, this has been, you know, it's not quite as brown as I probably would have let it get, but I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like here. So yeah, so we're getting color on the onion. You can see that you can see that there's some stuff kind of sticking to the bottom of the pan. I'm going to use a little bit of the broth to unstick that, and that's the fancy term for that is deglazing. So I'm about to do that, and then I'm just going to put everything else in there. So we're going to use a little bit of this broth to deglaze, and all that means is you're going to hear that sound, and kind of travels across the bottom of the pan. Then you're going to use your spoon to just loosen all that stuff up because you don't want anything to stick to the bottom and burn. You can make this in any kind of a pot with a lid. You can make this in the Instant Pot, and at the end I'll tell you what the timing is on that. And if you only have a slow cooker, you can totally make it in a slow cooker. I would recommend doing the first step with the spices and the onion in some kind of a saute pan if you have it before putting it in the slow cooker. You can totally do it without doing that, but it will taste a lot better if you do that extra step, just because cooking those onions and blooming those spices really brings those nutrients out. Okay, so the red lentils are going in. So that again was, it was half an onion for this half recipe. It's 1 cup of lentils that have been, I'm gonna have to use my hand, ouch. I rinsed them and then they all stuck together, so that's what's happening. I rinsed them a while ago before I took my shower. Because I do take my shower for you guys. You know, it's important to at least make an effort. So, okay. So 1 cup of lentils, again, this is a half recipe, 4 cups of broth, and then 1 cup of whatever canned tomato product you have. I use unsalted, just so I'm controlling my salt intake. And that's the lid's gonna go on that. Just gonna give those lentils a stir because right now they're a big clump and we don't want that. I did not realize they would do that, or I would not if I would have rinsed them before we started filming. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, turn it down to simmer 30 minutes and your soup is done. So it's pretty darn quick. You can do it in a slow cooker. I would say probably would take about 4 hours. Have not done it in a slow cooker. You could do it in like a pot like this, a soup pot like this. That's considered a Dutch oven. And then let me just pull this up and see what I wrote down. See, I make notes in my cookbooks. So 20 minutes at high pressure in the Instant Pot, and then 10 minutes natural pressure release. Then release the pressure. You can take an immersion blender and just blend part of the soup afterwards, or you can take some of the soup out and put it in a blender. I do recommend doing that because it really, when she says velvety red lentil dal, she's not kidding. It is the texture of velvet. It's so smooth and creamy. And you can, if you don't blend it, you can serve it over rice, but blended, it's really more of a soup. So, and I'll show you a photo of my finished soup in the comments section. So that's super simple. It's like, I mean, a lot of people are buying lentils now, don't know what to do with them. You can make it with other types of lentils or split peas. It won't be this beautiful red color, but that's totally fine. So again, I want to just do the shout out to the Cancer Fighting Kitchen. So check that out, especially if you're cooking for anyone who needs that extra nutrition and that immune boost right now. When you finish, before you blend, you need to take that cinnamon stick out. So don't forget that step. And then Rebecca recommends, what is it? She says it's a FAS, fat, acid, salt, sugar, okay, or sweetener. So what she'll say is once you're finished with the soup, you might want to add a little squeeze of lime or lemon, a little maybe tiny bit of maple syrup, a little bit of extra sea salt, and kind of get that balance to your taste. So that's a nice thing that you can do to adjust for your taste. And especially like if I'm cooking, a microwave boy might like a little bit of more salt in his bowl of soup, so he'll add more salt. He doesn't like citrus, so I might put lime in mine but not in his. So that's a really nice thing that you can do actually even at the table, is let people adjust to their tastes. So that's Velvety Red Lentil Dal from the Cancer Fighting Kitchen. I'm Stephanie Weaver, the author of the Migraine Relief Plan. If you're watching this on YouTube, please follow me on Facebook. Stephanie Weaver MPH stands for Masters of Public Health, and I'm S Weaver MPH on all the other platforms. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. Please stay well, wear a mask if you go outside, and follow all the rules so that we can get this thing under control. Thanks a lot. Bye, guys.